Hey everyone, today we're creating this affordable makeup look. I will list all of the products in the description so you have an additional reference. It's been a goal of mine to include more affordable makeup on my channel, so here we go. This was my first time using Maybelline's Precise Micro Pencil, and it's definitely more pigmented than I was expecting. I would suggest using a lighter hand than I did. Be sure to brush out your brows before filling them in so you know which direction to draw in the hairs. I like to follow the natural shape of my brow and start from the bottom, brushing up. To set the brows, I grabbed Koki's Brow Mascara in medium brown. It adds more color and holds hair in place. For eyeshadow primer, we're using Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. This will help keep your eyeshadow on longer. Gently pat from lid to brow to apply. I'm setting the primer down with my CoverGirl True Blend Minerals Powder, but only from the crease to the brow. This allows the shadows to blend smoothly. We'll be adding a liquid shadow later, so we don't want to place powder on the lid just yet. But first, we're jumping into the e.l.f. Cosmetics Clay Eyeshadow Palette in Smoke to Perfection and applying some of the matte purple to the crease. Soft windshield wiper motions is all you need to start. Then we'll take a fluffier brush to blend the edges. Here's that liquid eyeshadow I mentioned, one of my absolute favorites and crazy affordable. Check out my e.l.f. Cosmetics haul to see more of these liquid shadows. This one is in Rose Gold. Apply some with the wand and gently pat. These are great on their own and under shadow. We're going to put shadows on top of it this time, but first a few adjustments. Adding more of the matte purple to the crease and blending again. Now to deepen the look with the smoky purple, I love how the metallic from the liquid shadow shines through underneath. Then with a denser brush, we're grabbing some of the silver from the outer corner. This is going to give more dimension to the eyes. To lift and brighten the brow bone, we're grabbing the lightest white shade. This also makes the eye look more tied together. This shade will go in the inner corner as well to open up the eye. Darker shadows can make your eyes look smaller, so we have to create a balance. Keeping things simple, we're lining above our lashes with the black shadow, a soft, subtle touch. I suggest using an angled brush to apply. For primer, I'm applying Hard Candy's Sheer Envy Coconut Water Primer Stick, since my skin was behaving pretty well and I didn't need too much extra preparation for the foundation. That being said, I always use a primer to add an extra barrier between my skin and the foundation to prevent clogging my pores. This foundation smells terrible, but it gives good coverage and has a nice finish. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Shell Ivory. I find it looks best when I apply it to my skin with my fingers and then blend it with a damp sponge. I sped up the blending because it's kind of boring to watch, but I wanted you to see how the coverage performed without any color correctors underneath. This on its own covers my redness pretty well. Not all of it, but pretty good. We are, however, going to color correct my dark circles because I need it. We're using Wet n Wild's Mega Cushion Color Corrector in Peach to brighten, then gently pouncing the sponge over it. Lots of Wet n Wild products today. To conceal further, I'm applying some of their Photo Focus Concealer in Light Ivory. You can apply it to whichever areas you feel you need to, but if you do color correct, I highly recommend putting concealer over it so that your tone is even. The damp sponge will help blend out the edges. Before setting down the foundation and concealer, we're highlighting. This stick highlighter works best over liquid, which is why we're applying it now. I talked about this guy in my highlighter collection video. It is so pretty. Apply anywhere you want to stand out and glow. We're taking the same CoverGirl mineral powder for the entire face. Take a damp sponge to smooth out any creasing before applying the powder if it's needed. This powder will also help extend the wear time, which is a great technique for long wear situations. Loving this NYX Faux Whites Eye Brightener in Seashell, perfect for lining the waterline and again opening up the eyes. We're using the same technique from the upper lashes on the lower lash line, but we're only bringing the black part way in, then switching to the purple. The final step on the eyes is extending the inner corner highlight with the white. To warm up my fair complexion, I grabbed Physicians Formula's Butter Bronzer. I'm applying some to my forehead because that's an area the sun would naturally touch, but also to make it look smaller. I'm also applying some to lightly sculpt my cheekbones and dusting some on my nose so that the warmth is all tied together. If you have a deeper complexion, this bronzer may be too light for your skin, which stinks, but it's perfect for fair skin. Sticking to Physicians Formula for blush, we're using the Butter Blush in Plum Rose. Both the bronzer and the blush smell tropical. It's awesome. Be sure to smile to find the apples of your cheeks. This step is definitely optional, but I really wanted to glow, so I added the Wet n Wild highlighting powder to the same areas as the Kokie highlight. These two combined are so gorgeous. For the lips, we're applying CoverGirl's Kitty Cat Matte Lipstick in Kitty Purry. Anything with a purple tint to it would look pretty paired with this look. One final step to really lock everything down, a few spritz of the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I like to put mascara on after setting spray so that it doesn't get wet and transfer on my lids. This works especially well if you have long eyelashes. We're using CoverGirl's So Lashy mascara for the absolute final step. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this all drugstore makeup tutorial. Hopefully it inspires you to try something new. I come out with new videos every week, so be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, bye everyone.